So here we are, humble beginnings once again in Terraria. Let's start off the character as a simple young man. Doesn't have anything Oh wait, you can be a Lunarian? The One Piece mod gives you the addition of races, which is not weird. Don't make it weird. In One Piece, there are a bunch of races, and all of these races are not only visually different, they also all have different abilities. You have fishmen that can swim faster and have water attacks. Then you have giants, right? They're giants. What else is there to say? You have minks that are furries that have electric powers and can turn into Goku when the moon is full. Now, I'm not going to sit here and list every race in One Piece. I think you get it. Being a human kinda sucks. So we don't have to. So I picked the Lunarian race because it has so many broken things. First off, obviously you get wings, which is something you can just obtain in Terraria, but you don't get it for like 5 to 10 hours into the game post-hard mode, unless you get a lucky drop at a sky island, but you probably won't. And I think these wings upgrade with the character somehow, because by the end, they were as powerful as endgame wings. But let's talk about some of the more unique things that you can't just obtain by an item in Terraria. You have the ability to press Q and activate your racial ability, which for me, as a Lunarian, is the Flames. When this is toggled on, you have increased endurance, more defense, reduced damage, and no knockback. The no knockback is insane, because that's the biggest benefit from the item with the largest crafting tree in the entirety of vanilla Terraria. And when the fire is off, you have increased movement speed, which isn't that huge, but it's nice for traversal in Terraria. These racial abilities aren't the only new thing that you get in One Piece. Of course, there's devil fruits. What One Piece mod would not have devil fruits? And when you spawn in, you actually get a starter devil fruit bag that gives you a low quality devil fruit that you can immediately use. And I got the slow fruit, which is Foxy's devil fruit. It does exactly what you would expect it to. It slows down enemies and attacks in a certain radius. It has 4 abilities, but only really I use 2 of them. We have the slow beam sword that shoots out a little projectile that lands at a place and slows everything down in the radius. It also does a solid amount of damage, which is destruction damage for where I'm at in the game. But the other one doesn't do any damage, it just slows things down. The reason this one's better, despite doing no damage, is it doesn't give my opponent a ton of iframes. Like I said, right now, the damage is good. But later, the damage is so piss poor that it is killing my DPS. So anyway, blah blah blah, beginning of Terraria bullshit. You walk around, find some chests, loot, get some ores, build an NPC house, start a elevator, yada yada yada. You already know it. We meet the Eye of Cthulhu. Oh, it's time. Okay, I need this my scroll wheel to work, man. Okay, my devil fruit does work on the guy. I wasn't sure if it would or not. It's going to be really powerful against this second phase, I think. And it was, because it turns out I overprepared for this. It was very easy. Okay, I might have overhyped this fight. The phase 2 is where it actually starts, though. But as long as I like continue to hit him with my attack every time, okay, I cooked this guy. I cooked this guy. Yeah, it turns out the slow beam is really broken. Even when it's stuffing your damage and making you do very little damage, the guy can't hit you. After absolutely demolishing this Eye of Cthulhu, I got his bag of goodies, which usually just has the Shield of Cthulhu, which we'll use for a very long time in the game, and some Demonite ore that you can use into powerful armor and all that. But we also get acclimated to a few new mod mechanics. The first one is bounty. When you defeat a boss, it gives you a wanted poster, you right click it, it gives you some money and a bounty. I don't think the bounty actually does anything. In One Piece, the bounty is to show how much the world government wants you and show the scaling throughout the universe when Luffy does something, or really anybody. But in this game, there's not really anybody to share that with, so it's kind of just like a fun number on the top right. Woohoo! Bounty rank 1. Now that I actually looked at the Terraria One Piece Mod wiki, it does say that the current level of your bounty makes fruit stronger. So I guess it raises your devil fruit damage and all that. But more importantly, we unlock Armament Hockey, which is a very powerful new mod mechanic. You press your key binding and it gives you some stat ups, you know, more damage. It starts off with only 100 and it goes through unbelievably fast and takes a while to come back. But soon enough, we'll hit a time skip and I'll be broken. Trust. Terraria is a very grindy game. There's a lot of farming you need to do. And I'm not talking farming, I'm talking farming. Anyway, I beat the shit out of the Eye of Cthulhu like 4 times to get good armor. But then I said, who cares about the shadow armor? Let's actually go for the jungle armor. So I spent a bunch of time in the jungle. I got some jungle spores and stingers and all that stuff to make the jungle armor. Then I went and filled out the rest of my life crystals. And while I was in the jungle, I beat the queen bee as well. Then I finished the elevator and I even found a couple more devil fruits. So in this mod, there are new enemies called the devil fruit mimics. And on the surface, you can find wooden devil fruit mimics that have low quality fruits. Underground, you can find higher quality mimics that have higher quality fruits. And in hell, you can find mythic devil fruit chests that have mythic or really good, like Logia or the mythical Zoan fruits. They have those. And now that I got max health and I'm suited up with pretty solid armor, let's do the Eater of Worlds. Oi! It does not work. Oi! It does just not work. I was thinking that might be how it goes. Oh, I'm cooked. So I was thinking that my devil fruit just didn't work on it. But then... Oh, shit! Wait, it worked. Oh, okay, no, this is broken. I hit the head, and then I destroy everything else. Alright, we're gaming, baby, we're gaming. Alright. I fought him another time, so I had 2 treasure bags. We had a worm scarf, which I'm gonna wear for the rest of the game, practically, and some bounty posters. Unfortunately, we don't have any upgrades to hockey or anything like that, but 2 more wanted posters, bounty up, baby. Honestly, there's not really anything else to do before the next boss, so here's Skeletron. Skeletron is a pretty easy boss fight overall, especially when you have these free early game wings. I shouldn't have these, and it should be a little bit harder to dodge all of his attacks. I should have to make this arena probably 2 stories, but since I have the wings, I'm just making it 1 story, and I go to the side, jump over him, go to the side, jump over him. He has this one spinning head attack that really sucks, and if you get hit by it, you're probably dead if you don't get out of it really quickly. Fortunately, here I got out of it. The problem with this first attempt was I don't have enough damage. You can only fight this guy during night, so once it becomes daytime, he just insta-kills you. Yeah, that's daytime, baby. Oh well. We tried. Hey, that was a valiant effort, I'd say. So I need better damage, and I'm thinking more along the lines of like a ranged or a magic weapon so that I can actually hit Skeletron, because those moving parts are just really hard to hit with a sword because you'll take damage if you get too close to him. So I made my way over here to the meteorite to get the armor and the weapon that has infinite ammo if you have the armor. Second attempt at Skeletron. Let's do it. Hey man, let's do it. Good progress on his hands this time. Alright, hand done. Just Skelly. With the Skelly. After we beat the hands, it was pretty easy. I just have to dodge the skull range attack and dodge the spinning attack. Other than that, it's really just a battle of attrition here. Can I beat it before the night's over? And of course I can. Come on, look at this. Destroy that boom. And as my reward for beating it, I get the Skeletron treasure bag that gives me a whole ton of goodies. First off, we got a straw hat. Look at me. A true pirate king in the making. Then we also get a Ruthless Shoe Suite, which is a sweet new mod item. Also a Blackleg Sanji attack that I never understood how to use. And of course, a bounty poster. Naturally, after we beat the Skeletron, we can enter the dungeon. So that's what I did. I entered the Gungeon. Wrong game. But honestly, I didn't find a lot of cool stuff in the dungeon. One cool thing I did find was some better fruits. I found a couple of the rare Devil Fruit Mythics, and they gave me some of the higher quality fruits. And I know I just upgraded my armor, but that's what Terraria is. It is constantly grinding and constantly upgrading to the next best thing. So I went and I got Hellstones for Molten Armor. Molten Armor is the best pre-hard mode armor. I don't care. It's mine now. All right, we're almost to hard mode. Yep, that's right. The game has barely even started. But to get into hard mode, we have to fight the Wall of Flesh. And to fight the Wall of Flesh, we need to create the first major arena in Terraria. The Wall of Flesh arena is just a long ass bridge where you go left to right or right to left, shooting constantly, and eventually you'll beat the guy. And with that out of the way, I went and I finished the NPC house. These are just a few things that most normal Terraria runs just need. You need a Wall of Flesh arena, you need an NPC house. And the NPC house is even more important now because there's a ton of new NPCs with the One Piece mod. Okay, looks like I'm good to go to hard mode. Wrong. There's a bunch of bosses that are in the One Piece mod that are pre-hard mode bosses. Now I could just go to hard mode and fight them later, but I'd be a little too OP for them. I don't want to go to hard mode and have the new accessory slot and the new HP from the life fruits that you only get post hard mode. So I want to do it right. I want to fight these guys pre-hard mode. The first one we have is Buggy. To fight Buggy, you just got to craft this East Blue map and crack it. That's it. Then he spawns. And here we are fighting Buggy. Let's fight Buggy, man. I don't know. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, he's kind of, wait, hold on. He's kind of cooking me. They're actually doing so much. Holy shit, they're actually doing so much damage. Yeah, Buggy was kind of destroying me. Actually just destroying me. I couldn't hit him with my Devil Fruit. My sword was doing barely any damage if it hit, but it never even hit. I got cooked. I got destroyed. I got entirely destroyed by Buggy. God, I lost a Buggy. That is entirely my fault. I would have destroyed the guy if I used my highest amount of armor and weaponry that I had at the time, but I tried to scale myself back as it's supposed to be an earlier game mode fight. So with that being said, man, I got a bone to pick with Buggy, man. I gotta beat Buggerton right now. Okay, run it back time. Here he comes. We got the platinum bow. Where's Buggy? There he is. Okay. I do love the music, by the way. The music is really good. Platinum bow, jungle armor, no worm scarf. Also, did he spawn in with the health missing that I dealt to him last time? That would be weird if there's only one Buggy. Oi, oi. This Buggy fight is insanely long. It doesn't feel like it should be that long because the health isn't super high, but I'm just doing no damage. The dude is just taking no damage. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to be using hockey the whole time, but like I have barely any hockey, man. It's just a long fight. Yeah, I do not know why I was getting so destroyed last time. But there's Buggy. Okay, Buggy boss bag. What does he give us, man? Buggy ball, of course. Of course, gotta have a Buggy ball. Is that all he gives? Just Buggy ball. I guess fair enough. I was kind of thinking he would give me some more stuff. Well, after a very disappointing Buggy bag, we're on to the next one, which I actually fought out of order by accident. So here we are with the final one, Lord of the Coast. Yeah, weirdly enough, this is the dude that took Shank's arm. Like in episode, I don't know, a couple? This dude's the Duke Fishron of One Piece. You go to the ocean, you throw in a wine bottle, and here's the guy. And I'm so wrong. It is a really easy boss. I kind of just destroy this fish. I just go up when he goes up, and I go down when he goes down. It's really easy. You just shoot him and don't get hit by him. I mean, right? Is that not just every video game, dodge and hit? Well, it's very easy dodge and hit this time. Now he's done. Oh, we do get a bag. Right click it. And we've got an arcane bubbly coral. Allows devil fruit users to go underwater. That's pretty cool. Sea scale bow. And there's the Sea King meat. When you eat this, you feel rejuvenated. And ooh. Yeah, that ooh was fake. That's a bad item. That's a weaker item than what I have. But that sea scale bow is actually pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be ass. It's really good. No point in slow rolling. Let's go ahead and hit the next boss. And it's the golden god himself, Don Krieg. Let's do it. That's a Don Krieg fight coming. Whoa, man. Whoa, dude. Look, we got the Murakamagiri, but we also got a bit of the sea scale bow, right? This is what we got from the Sea King or the Lord of the Coast. So we're sending it. We got the Hellfire arrows and the Lord of the Coast's bow. I've also got the Murakamagiri if I feel like going close to him, but he is dishing out damage. What? Unfortunately, I did not build a better arena, which I was thinking about doing, but I was like, nah, it's just Don Krieg. And here's Don Krieg. He might kick my shit in. Yeah, then the guy proceeded to kick my shit in. Wow. Naturally, I go for a rematch, and I was getting some work in. I was pushing his shit this time. And then I went too high, and I despawned him. I guess I left the biome. You can't be out of the ocean biome for Don Krieg. He loves his water. I really despawned him from going too high up. Oh, I'm having a bad time with this Don Krieg. So third time's the charm. And Baratier food stack. Okay, this time we've got to be good enough, man. Oh, he spawned over here this time, which is weird. Why is he in the ocean? Why is he in the ocean? I actually can't even fight him. Why did he spawn in the ocean? What the hell? Okay, wait, I'm actually seeing the pattern that he's attacking in now. Which I literally did not see it last time. I did not even understand it. That's progress, baby. Don Krieg, baby. That's progress, baby. Why is Don Krieg making me a better man right now? I finally took down Don Krieg the therapist, and what did I get? A couple of nothing items. Whatever. I beat the boss. That's all I care about. Also, I guess I can put up the Don Krieg flag in my base, so I guess I'll do that. No time to waste, bitch. Let's fight the next boss, bitch. It's Arlong. Arlong. Whoa, 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 bro. Oh, he's flying. Since when does Arlong fly? What? Man, I like Arlong. I like Arlong Park. That's a good arc. It's got a ton of great moments. But in Terraria, Arlong's kind of nothing. This was the easiest boss fight of the ones that I battled. And you kind of just dodge him. You just jump over him and shoot him the whole time. I mean, I know, dodge and hit, right? Every video game ever, whatever. This one was mad easy. But I did actually get a pretty sweet item from him. Ranged item that doesn't need ammo. And it's pretty good. It's the shark jaw. Oh yeah, and I also got this transponder snail that you can place and right click it and it just plays the Arlong theme. So I guess my base is the Arlong Park theme now. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Anyway, last guy, it's Crocodile. All right, Crocodile fight. Oh shit, Sharknado. 10,000 life, by the way. That's a lot more health than the last guy had. And not only does he have a lot of HP, dude is just straight up taking no damage. It took me a while to understand that what you have to do is use hockey. Oh, you literally just hockey. I'm an idiot. Holy shit. Obviously it's hockey. It was always hockey, of course. Because I was trying to do some weird shit, like some water Luffy shit. Water Luffy. And I just couldn't figure it out. But eventually I just like pressed the F button, which is my hockey button, and then I had hockey, and then I actually dealt damage. This was like a 15-minute fight because I just didn't understand how to deal damage to him. But once I did, it was easy. Crocodile down. That was cool. A cool fight. You have to use hockey. You have to use the tools you're given. Crocodile boss bag. What do we get? Heavy Desert El Latigo. I need me a Heavy Desert El Latigo if you know what I'm saying. And then we got a Zealous Flintlock. Okay, a little weapon. Golden hook. And sand. He really gave us sand? Weird. And now with all of the pre-hard mode mod content out of the way, let's get into hard mode. Whoa, whoa. Let's start off with a little bit of shark jaw. A little bit of shark jaw jutsu, if you will. I wonder if my devil fruit... It does not work on the wall. Okay, fair enough. Oh, good old wall of flesh fight. Everybody likes wall of flesh. The walk to the right side and shoot to the left side fight. It's not that hard. I did run out of space. I didn't provide enough bridge, which I thought I was going to be good, but I wasn't. I had to improvise. But we still won, so it's okay. And now we're in hard mode. Crazy. Didn't think we were going to get there. We did get there, and now I'm in hard mode. Treasure bag from the wall of flesh. We've got the mask, of course, the demon heart, permanently increase the number of accessory slot. Boom. And then we've got the pwn hammer, of course, the classic. We've got the boom, plus 2 million bounty. Look at my bounty now. I'm bounty rank 4. And then a student hockey scroll, which increases my hockey. You need the amateur hockey scroll? What? So the hockey scrolls are kind of weird. They're random boss drops. So since I don't have the one that bridges this one to the next one, I can't evolve my hockey just yet. I had to go do some farming to get that, but whatever. What's really important right now is getting the devil fruit reset from Rayleigh, and we can upgrade to a new devil fruit. So that's what we're gonna do. New devil fruit time. Devil fruit reset. I no longer have any abilities on the devil fruit. Let's go for it. Now, I have the Sing Sing fruit and the Hollow fruit. These are the ones that I'm thinking about. Now, I didn't open up the wiki and look up these specific fruits because I wanted to be surprised. If I had a real devil fruit, I probably wouldn't know what it is, so I would just eat it and then find out what it is. So we have the Sing Sing fruit, which is Uta's fruit from the movie Red. It's really OP. But then you also have the Hollow fruit, which is also very powerful, but specifically a support fruit and offensive, when the Sing Sing is just an offensive fruit. Meanwhile, my Slow fruit was just a support fruit. So here we go, offensive fruit. Let's do it. Sing Sing, baby. Let's see what it does. First ability, bullet note. That makes sense. That makes sense. The second one is explosive note. Okay. Okay. That's the second one. Then we have musical gift. Do these also explode? They do. And then note glider. Okay. Oh, okay. That's kind of cool, I guess. It doesn't really do anything for me, though. Okay. A little underwhelming. That's not very good at all. Okay. That's pretty good, though. Yeah. That's the one we're going to be using. Here's another wall of flesh fight. Let's do it. Let's use... I guess primarily still this, but also making sure to get a couple like explosives out there. So I spawned in another wall of flesh to test my abilities. And let me tell you, this explosive note is really, really strong. I beat this guy in maybe half the amount of time it took me last time. We didn't even use the whole bridge. It's a very powerful devil fruit for sure. And with this new powerful devil fruit, after you use it enough, you actually unlock new abilities. You can transform, and then you have a new whole moveset of new moves. Press transform key on base form? Wait. Whoa. What is that? What is that? So that right there is my new go-to attack. It sets up a little sentry that throws out a couple of those explosive notes, and then ultimately it blows up into a couple of knights that shoot out and destroy everything. This is like the most damage I've seen so far. It's way better than all of my weapons. It's very, very powerful. And some of the other ones are powerful too, and the mobility one is Sing Flight, and it's super fast, but it goes through my stamina absurdly quickly. So now that we're situated in hard mode, it's time to do some hard mode vanilla Terraria stuff, which is acquiring ores to make the next set of armor so that we can fight the next set of bosses, the mechanical bosses. Instead of doing mining, first off, I like to do a little bit of fishing so that you can get the next set of equipment so that you can mine all of the ores, or at least most of the ores, so you're not just like backtracking through the mines eventually. But before I got very far into doing this, I got invaded by one of the mechanical bosses. So once you get into hard mode, if you haven't beaten any of the mechanical bosses, Occasionally, one will just spawn at night, which is great when you want it to be, but kind of scary if you don't. Yeah, I wasn't even like prepared. I actually had no dialogue or face cam recorded for this instance because it kind of came out of nowhere, but I fought it. And despite still wearing my fishing armor and using a pre-hard mode weapon, my Devil Fruit just entirely carried. My Devil Fruit is broken against segmented bosses because it just hits over and over and over and does ridiculous damage. I mean, these numbers are numbers that I just have never seen in this game at this point. It's like way stronger than any kind of weapon I would actually have at this. I mean, look at this, it's melting damage. So yeah, I actually beat it with fishing armor and no potions. Well, I guess fishing potions, because I was in the middle of fishing. Dude, I was just farming fishing. I still have 2 minutes. It took 2 minutes. What? Dude, this Devil Fruit is OP. Unfortunately, the guy didn't drop anything cool and new modded, but we did get a wanted poster, which is sweet. And of course, hollowed bars and stuff that we can use to make more OP stuff a little down the line. After a bit more fishing, from the crates, I got enough ores to make a new forge and a new pickaxe. And then it's off to the mines. Yep, I did that for a couple hours. And now that I got adamantite armor and a better weapon, we're suited for hard mode. So Terraria has a really interesting way of continuing to level up the character, and the next way is with life fruits. These are little fruits that you can find in the underground jungle post-hard mode that increase your permanent HP. So we go from 400 to 500, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's really needed. Here's where the game gets actually hard, and the upcoming bosses start dealing a lot of damage really quickly. So trust me, have HP. Okay, I think we're ready for the next major bosses. The next one in line is the Twins, a pretty crazy spin on the Eye of Cthulhu. Pretty powerful dudes. I'm suited up. I got a new Devil Fruit. It's OP. Let's do it. Okay. Oh, probably should have activated all my potions first. That's my bad. That's my bad. Especially since my scroll wheel just straight up doesn't work. Yeah, that was a bad start. It's okay. It's okay. Let's get let's make some dreams come true and get some fighting done here, man. So overall, the Twins is not a really hard fight. As long as you're very mobile and very solid damage dealing, it's easy. The first phase is pretty chill, but as soon as you hit either one of them down to pretty low HP, it transforms. The first one transforms into this machine gun of lasers. It's just constantly shooting lasers. But if you go up and down with your wings, it's pretty hard for the lasers to all hit you. You'll get hit by a couple, but that's not too bad. But then the second one transforms into this super flamethrower guy. And it's kind of like the Skeletron attack that spins, that if you get hit by it, it's kind of hard to get out of it, and you might just die. But like the Skeletron one, it's pretty easy to get away from because it's kind of slow. And then don't forget about the final phase, because they just start chasing you at really rapid speeds and you just gotta dodge. Luckily, my wings are really fast and go up really quickly, so I'm able to dodge. Get him with a staff beam. Maybe we can staff infect him. Okay, it's looking like that's probably it. Nice. Since it only took half the night, I'm just gonna fight the Skeletron Prime right now. Let's do it, man. I'm ready. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. It is the hardest one, but it's not hard. You just gotta knock out all of the arms, and then you can damage the head. It doesn't take too long to knock out all the arms because they're all over the place. You can just shoot in the general direction, and you're probably hitting an arm. Dude dishes out mad damage if you get hit by this spinning head though, so don't get hit by that. Now I started to get kind of worried because the night was almost over and I haven't beaten the guy yet. We did end up clutching it out, so it's all good, but I was really, really close to the guy just despawning. The jungle grows restless. That's what we were looking for. The jungle grows restless. This means we unlocked the next part of the game. Once you beat the mechanical bosses, a Plantera orb spawns in the jungle. That's our next boss. It's Plantera. But first, loot, bitch. Let's crack these things. We've got a wanted poster to crack. Boom. We've also got this armament hockey level 2 from the other one. Oh, twins. You get 2 different wanted posters for the twin. I mean, that makes sense. And we have advanced observation. So we have armament hockey V2 and advanced observation hockey unlocks. Can I even do this yet? I don't have observation hockey. I don't know how you get observation hockey. I guess only time will tell. We've got all the souls, so I got some upgrades to make. Let's do this armament hockey version 2. Use it by holding. Whoa, I can hold it now. Too bad we don't have anything else to fight now, but yeah, it's double. We have advanced armament hockey now. Well, I love the Sing Sing fruit. It is incredibly powerful, but I think it's time to change. I want to see more fruits, and it feels like a good time to do it. So we have the Bird fruit model Phoenix. This is Marco's fruit in One Piece. It's a mythical Zoan fruit. The Sing Sing fruit is so good, but it's gone. And let's crack it. Boom. I don't have my transform yet. Oh, I do have my transform. Oh, they're actually weaker wings than my Lunarian wings. Bad so far. Okay, let's use the actual abilities. Okay, that seemed kind of cool. Long cooldown? Long cooldown. That's okay. You can't attack? So it turns out that with Zoan Devil Fruits, you can't use actual items. So I can't use my repeater, I can't use any swords, nothing. It's only the Devil Fruit attacks. And if you can't tell, I can't use a lot of attacks because of the stamina. So far, I'm really underwhelmed with this. And actually, I'm really sad that I took the Sing Sing fruit away for this. But let's not write it off yet. You can upgrade and get a new moveset. So let's do that. It just sucks that you have to fight enemies with the Devil Fruit to level it up. And I can only get off like maybe 10 attacks, which only knocks out like a couple of dudes. So this was a painful grind. It took me like 2 hours to fill out the Devil Fruit and upgrade it, which felt like a stupid grind because it's something that I just wanted to do as I naturally play the game, like progress with the Devil Fruit with the game. But I was having second thoughts and actually thinking about dismantling the fruit and going for another Devil Fruit. It just makes me sad because I'm probably not going to top the Sing Sing fruit. Yeah, so I did that for 2 hours. I don't know if I'm making Terraria look fun with this video. I don't know if I do. But anyway, we finally got the transformation. So the transformation looks cool and it's solid damage, and look at the speed, man. I'm fast as hell. Like, actually, I'm fast as fuck, boy. But the problem is the stamina. I can only hold this form for like a couple seconds, and then I have to go back to my regular guy mode and shoot guns. I feel like I'd rather just use a Devil Fruit that can consistently be used. It's like a supplement instead of just a different version of myself, you know? Like the Sing Sing fruit. I could just place it down somewhere and it would do a ton of damage, and then I can still just like freely move and freely shoot or freely stab things. I don't know, man. As cool as it looks, as solid as it can be, I feel like I can't do this. So that was a waste of like 3 hours of my life. That fucking sucks. But whatever, dude. It is what it is. I don't want to like play a ton of this game with a version of myself that I don't really like. The Shadow Fruit, it seems cool. Okay, we got a Doppelman. The other main attack is this little orb thing where you create a couple of orbs around you and then you throw them at them as like a bat. It's not very good. And the final attack is this little block thing that traps people and then drops them. But with this enemy, I just beat with it. I got the Venom fruit, which is Magellan's fruit, which is making me consider using another Devil Fruit today. You ready? Venom Cloud, look at that. Wow, Denim Chicken. Venom Chicken. I hope it's good. Yeah, another Devil Fruit. Yeah, I did it. But this one's actually really sweet and really promising. This Venom Cloud does a ton of damage and is great against the segmented bosses. It really mimics my enjoyment of the Sing Sing fruit, so I'm happy with it. I will be rocking this for a very long time. Okay, 100 Devil Fruits later, let's do the next actual Terraria thing, which is gonna be the next major boss, Plantera. Plantera is kind of a bitch. You have to create a whole arena for just Plantera. It's the only thing that I'm ever going to use this for, and it's something I have to do for like an hour. I'm not the best at creating arenas, and I usually make them too big or too small, and this one, it was a little too big. And it took me like 2 hours to make. It's okay, I just watched a movie the whole time. I think I was watching Uncut Gems again. I love that movie. But yeah, no time to waste. Here's a Plantera. Let's do it, it's time. It's time. There she is. So this fight really isn't that hard. You just have to circle it over and over. That's why the arena is here, so that you can just go up and down and around. You circle strafe this guy. That's all you do. If you've ever played the Binding of Isaac, this is literally a Binding of Isaac boss fight. Fortunately for me, I made a ton of chlorophyte bullets. They have homing. Another great option is the ricochet bullets that just bounce off the walls if you miss, because that just gives you more chances. But I just wanted to go for the 100% aimbot bullets. But anyway, here we are at phase 2. The main head is really fast. It's kind of like the spinning Skeletron head, where if you get hit by it, it kind of traps you. You just gotta be very mobile. Also, there's these little plant heads that are following you, and they do a lot of damage and knockback, and they're really annoying because they can knock you into the head. Luckily for me, I have my flame wings on. They give me no knockback, so I'm not really being affected by that. I'm usually just spamming my Venom Cloud into here, but also you saw a little bit of that Venom Coat for a moment, and it did nothing. That's probably the last time I really did the Venom Coat thing. There's also like a cheese method where you can like go up and down, just like a really tall like elevator, and it's pretty much impossible for you to get hit. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to give Plantera a fair shot, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that's that guy. Beat his ass. So we got a loot bag, crack it open, get a couple things. We've got a wanted poster, of course, crack that, get a little bit of bounty. And then we have a temple key here. This lets us fight our next boss, go into the next arena, the underground jungle, where you can fight a boss. And then we also got a new Zoro sword. I don't think I use it at all, but it's cool. Okay, how many attempts do I have? I have 6 attempts. I'm just sending it. I'm sending it. I don't care. I think we'll probably be okay. In my experience, the Golem is a lot easier than just about every other boss by this point in the game. He has a lot of HP, he dishes out a lot of damage, but it's really easy to dodge most of his attacks. Until phase 2, it gets a little bit harder, but phase 1, he's just shooting his little fists up and you just walk side to side while shooting down. It makes it really easy for a fight, and compared to like Plantera where you have to be really mobile, you don't really have to be that mobile for this one. Once we hit phase 2, it gets a little bit harder. His head flies up right above you and shoots lasers and little fireballs that bounce around. It's still pretty easy to dodge, but it does do a lot more damage, and there's a lot more lasers, and they hurt. But overall, a mad easy fight. I fought him 3 times total. I know I have 3 more uses, but we'll do that later if I have to farm the guy. Spoiler alert, I have to farm the guy. All right. Let's crack the treasure bags. We do have the Pixel, of course, which is the new pickaxe. We don't need the pickaxe anymore. We just don't need it. Okay, we got our wanted posters here. That looks like the only new thing. Oh, we have Armament Hockey V3, but we need Advanced Armament Hockey first. Don't know where you get that. 3 platinum, my goodness, I'm rich. But now we also have beetle husks with the turtle armor, so we can make some beetle armor. I am at the end game now. Like, actually, I could just initiate the final boss right this moment. I don't think I'm going to. In fact, I'm not going to. I'm not ready for that. Also, there's a couple of other side bosses that are optional. I think I fought them after the final boss for some reason. They're still in the video, though. But at the point I'm at right now, I can make all of the second best armor for every single class. I'm talking Beetle armor for melee, Spectre armor for mage, and Shroomite for ranger. My preferred class in Terraria is the ranger, so we're gonna be going for the Shroomite armor. My heart is set on circle strafing. I just like circling the enemy and shooting inward. That's what I do. So I've got my heart set on the Shroomite armor. It's a little annoying to get because you have to create a 100-block mushroom biome over the overworld, just so that this little dude will spawn in right here. Then you can buy the auto hammer and have chlorophyte plus shrooms to turn into Shroomite ore. So yeah, spend a couple hours grinding out chlorophyte in the jungle. So now that I have a ton of chlorophyte, I can also make a bunch of chlorophyte bullets, which are the homing bullets. Once again, one of my favorite ones. They don't do as much damage as some of the other endgame bullets, but you have a really high DPS because you're hitting every single shot. This is better for a couple bosses, not every boss though. And of course, the reason I farmed was so I had enough for the Shroomite armor, so now I've got the Shroomite armor as well. And now since we defeated Plantera and the Golem, the dungeon unlocks for its upgraded version, which means there's a ton of new enemies that have low drop rate, really good items. I'm gonna get the tactical scope, the tactical shotgun, and a couple other things that I forget, but a lot of really good items are in the dungeon. So I went over there and I farmed for maybe like an hour or 2. but I got most of the items that I wanted. Oh yeah, and do you remember when I said that I had to farm the golem? Yeah, I did that for some hours. Usually it's for a couple hours when I farm. But like I said, hey, movie. And all of that farming got me the Eye of the Golem. Then you combine that with the Avenger emblem, and you get the Destroyer emblem, which is just a solid DPS buff. Speaking of grinding, I also did hours of grinding for the Frozen Turtle Shell. One of the best defensive items in the game. I don't know if it was worth it, but I did it. It took me like 3 hours. It's time. We're doing it. I'm fighting the Moon Lord. Let's do it, man. Well, actually, it's Lunatic Cultist and then the Pillars. But that's the plan. It's Lunatic Cultist, then the Pillars, then we fight Moon Lord. I might lose. I don't know. I feel good. I have some potions up here. Let's go ahead and go over the loadout because I don't know. I want to. I have currently the Unreal Tactical Shotgun and the Mega Shark, but that's going to change to the Vortex Beater the moment I get the Vortex Beater. That's the first pillar we're going to do. Then we're going to go and get the Stardust Dragon because the Twin Staff is not very good. If that didn't make sense because you're a first-time Terraria enjoyer, that's okay. Just know that after you beat this first boss, it unlocks a sequence of events. It's kind of like a horde of enemies, but when you knock them out, you get a drop that's very, very powerful for the respective class. One of them gives me a broken gun, one of them gives me a broken staff that summons a familiar. Then we have Shroomite armor here with the gun one because we're going to get the Vortex Beater and that's going to be the gun that we use. So Shroomite armor it is. We have all warding accessories. Maybe menacing's better. I don't know. How do you prefer it? I don't know. I'm a warding guy. I like warding. We've got the Worm Scarf. We've got the Eye of Cthulhu shield, the Shield of Cthulhu, the Frozen Shield that took me 4 hours to get the other day, but I did it. Then we have the Warding Charm of Myths, the Ranger Emblem, the Recon Scope. That's the build. That's the build. I hope it's good. We have a ton of crystal bullets. We also have some chlorophyte bullets that I wanted to bring for the fight, but I think we're probably just going to stick with the crystal bullets. It's our highest amount of damage that we have access to. And I even have a Nimbus Rod. No time, no waiting. No waiting allowed. Let's do it. Wait, let's, you're like, no waiting allowed. Then I say wait immediately. We're just gonna fight. Hopefully this arena is good enough. It probably is. I don't usually have that hard of a time with the Lunatic Cultist. But here he is. Here he is. I don't know if I want to go more so. Oh, whoopsies. I almost forgot to switch these. We don't really need the lightning boots. Okay, it's time. So just like every other boss in Terraria, you just circle strafe. You go around them and shoot inwards when you're using a ranger class. It's pretty simple. It's really not that hard of a boss. He does duplicate himself over and over and over, and if you hit the right one, he doesn't. But I just kind of am just shooting, you know? It's not going to be that bad if he duplicates himself enough times. I never really have a problem with this guy, and this was no different. I kind of just destroyed the guy. Is that him? Nice. After you beat the Lunatic Cultist, 4 pillars spawn in the world. Each one is a different elemental, and you have to defeat a horde of enemies and then blow up the pillar. They're pretty easy. Sometimes it takes a couple lives, and I die to them, especially the solar one. The solar one sucks. There's this worm guy that just like hunts you down. He does not take damage. He sucks. And then the vortex one's kind of hard because there's this alien guy that's like flying around and he shoots you, and it doesn't let you move down. You just have to go up, and I don't know. That's a really annoying one. But after we beat the Vortex one, I got a new gun, which is really strong. And then I also got the new familiar staff, the Stardust Dragon staff. It's also very powerful. After you beat all 4 of them, you just go back to your spawn point. And here comes the final boss, the Moon Lord. Moon Lord time, everybody. Okay, Moon Lord time. It's Moon Lord time. Oh man, it's been a good, I don't know, couple of years since I fought Moon Lord. Like actually, whoa, why did you go that way? Here we are, I'm fighting the Moon Lord. This is the final boss of Terraria. I get used to his ugly mug because I fight this guy a bunch because there are some 1% mod drops from this guy that I want to get. But for this first time, you know, we're not farming the guy. I'm just trying to beat the guy. I don't have any post-game gear. I have endgame gear, but I don't have post-game gear, so this is actually a struggle. But overall, The fight is pretty simple. You knock out these eyes on his hands and forehead, and then it opens his heart in the middle, and then you can beat the heart. And that is it. There's a bunch of lasers and a bunch of pellets being flung at you, and you kind of just circle strafe the whole game again. But here we are, we're at phase 2, and we've got a bunch of eyes and lasers being flung at me. But still, it's not that bad. I managed to stay enough health the entire time to end up beating this guy. First try, baby. It's over. That is a Moon Lord. I am now the Pirate King. Let's see if I can get there's like a 1% drop for the One Piece. I feel like I need to get that before we call myself the Pirate King. I did not get the One Piece. I got the wanted poster for the Moon Lord. It's really just money, and that's it. And then I also got this Hockey Master scroll that I can't use yet because I need some other random scroll from some other random boss. Even though I beat the game and the credits are rolling here, this is not where the video ends. I have some mod stuff to still do. I can't call myself the Pirate King until I have the One Piece, and there are some other cool 1% drops from the Moon Lord. So not only am I gonna farm the Moon Lord, we also still have a couple of side bosses to fight. All right, it's Duke. I have only a couple potions on, but I mean, look at the guy's health already, dude. This guy's destroyed. If you guys thought he had a chance, man. Duke Fishron. We're supposed to fight him before the Moon Lord, but dude, I never found this guy's truffle worm. Dude was ducking me. He was ducking me, and now he pays the price. What do we get? What do we got? Boom. Razorblade Typhoon's pretty sweet. And this is also pretty sweet. So I just didn't really give the guy a chance, to be honest. Usually, it's a hard boss where you fight him, you know, you don't have end game armor. I actually have the post game stuff. I have the Vortex stuff on after farming the Moon Lord a couple of times. So I don't know. I gave him an unfair fight, but whatever. He's dead. Whoa, there it is. There it is. Actually never fought this thing. I'm a little OP for it, I think, but I'm pretty sure this one is the one that has like an insta-kill attack. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. I've always heard like horror stories about this guy. I don't know. Can it beat the Pirate King though? Probably not. Probably not. Insane fight though, dude. This shit is crazy. Oh, I took it down. We got the. Oh shit! What? Oh, what? That's crazy. Hey, that's nuts. This seems cool. Yeah, I legitimately just don't know any of these items. I've never seen these items. 1%. 1% drop rate from the Moon Lord. I'm looking for the One Piece, and I'm grinding for it. I am a lot more powerful than I was the first time I fought him, but it still takes me a bit of time. But on this attempt, which was like hours in, I got my first 1% item. Didn't know there were multiple. Okay, what is this? Come on, you're giving me the second soul? Okay, look, so eat 2 devil fruits is sweet. But dude, I just want the One Piece. I just want the One Piece. But here I am. I got the second soul. This lets me eat a second devil fruit, which is pretty cool. So I ate the smoke fruit, the only Logia fruit that I've found so far in all of my journeys. I wanted to use a different one, But here we are. I'm using the smoke fruit. Okay, that could be useful. All right, Moon Lord, what up, dude? Low attack. I don't know, probably less good than my other one, right? I would love to be excited about another devil fruit, but at this point in the game, I'm about to go into the mod items, and I will no longer be caring about my devil fruit damage because my end game damage is just so broken. So unfortunately, this second devil fruit, the smoke fruit, kinda just becomes really fast mobility. A couple hours later, I got my next second soul. Yup, a second soul. There are 3 1% drops. And my second one was the same one. Are you fucking kidding me? Well, after that, it made me want to delve into the mod items and find out exactly how broken I can get. So I made Mihawk's sword. I also made Mihawk's hat. I'm not gonna get into the nerd numbers here, but holy shit, they are broken. Not to mention all of these accessories on the right side are mod items. These are all the raid suits, you know, the Power Ranger suits in One Piece. They're absurdly broken. It not only doubles my defense, it gives me a ton of damage multipliers, and it makes my hockey and devil fruit stamina like 100 times what they were. Then I got the next Moon Lord mod drop, which is still not the One Piece. This one apparently is a 5% drop. I thought it was a 1% drop. Who cares? I'm still kind of sad to have it. It's still pretty cool though. It's the Moon Lord's heart that Law, I guess, took from the Moon Lord. I guess Law beat us to this one. But it's broken. I mean, it gives you double health, double damage, double speed, a billion hockey. I don't know. It's broken. I mean, look at this at the end game, dude. This is literally a Moon Lord fight. This used to take me like 5 minutes and was hard, and I needed potions. And here we are. I mean, come on, right? This makes the farming a lot easier for the One Piece. Yeah, this is not sped up. This is just a normal speed Moon Lord fight for me at this point. Better armor, better weapon, all the broken endgame accessories except the One Piece, which I do get very soon. By very soon, I mean about 10 hours of gameplay from where I'm at right now in this recording. Here I am getting the One Piece. I was just playing while watching a movie on my other monitor. I was watching Get Out right now. Actually, I remember I was watching Get Out, and I had to pause the movie, turn on my microphone, and get all that set up just for this moments after I get the One Piece reaction. Here's that. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I did it. Can we get much higher? That's good. 70 defense. Wow. The One Piece. The One Piece is real. I was actually about to, I'm not kidding, I was about to look it up on the One Piece wiki again to see if it's even real. And it is real. The One Piece is real. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Look at the amount of Luminite. Look at the amount of Luminite. I'm gonna compile how long it actually, how long it took for this, but I think like 15? I think it took like 15 hours. I think it took like 15 hours to get this One Piece, and it's just a little thing that says congrats. That's kind of funny. I was really starting to think that it wasn't actually real. Like, I was actually starting to think that it's just straight up not a real item. But here we are. What's my final bounty, man? I think I'm done this game now. 12 million berry. That feels way lower than it should be. I wanted to hit 1 billion. I'm not gonna hit 1 billion. The One Piece is real.